Hello. This morning we're going to continue our discussion of The Story of My Life by Helen Keller. We're going to talk specifically about analogy. An analogy is a comparison between two things that are alike in some way. Often writers use analogies in nonfiction to explain an unfamiliar subject or idea by showing how it is like a familiar one. Keller was aware that many of her readers would never experience the challenge of missing one or more of their senses. So in her story, she wrote on lines 16 to 23, "Have you ever been at sea in a dense fog, when it seemed as if a tangible white darkness shut you in, and the great ship, tense and anxious, groped her way toward the shore with plummet and sounding line, and you waited with beating heart for something to happen? I was like that ship before my education began. I was only without a compass or sounding line, and had no way of knowing how near the harbor was. Light, give me light, was the wordless cry of my soul, and the light of love shone in on me in that very hour." So what is she comparing in here? She's comparing the idea of not being able to see or hear to what it must be like to be on an ocean when you're surrounded by fog. Now, most of us probably haven't experienced that, but we can imagine it. We've all seen fog, and we've been outside of our own houses some days where the fog is so dense that you can't see your neighbor across the street. Well, and if you couldn't hear anything, that would be all muffled and make it very difficult. So she's trying to show how her struggles of being blind and deaf can relate to something that people who can see and can hear can feel all the time or imagine. So you have a discussion board today, and what I want you to think about is, do you think that example, the one I just read, is an effective way for Keller to share her feelings and explain? Remember, in a discussion board, you need to write 3 to 4 sentences, and then you must respond to at least 2 classmates with 2 to 3 sentences each. This discussion board will be due at 3:30 today. Please let me know if you have any questions. Bye.